Good afternoon, boys and girls. It's Miss Turner. I am coming to you via YouTube or Google Classroom, however it is that you are accessing videos right now. I will have a YouTube channel to show you guys different things that we're going over to review from the math packets that the district is currently putting out, the ones that they did last week, and then the ones that they will be coming out with this actually today, that you can pick up tomorrow. I will give you the information via your Google Classroom accounts so that you can access these, or you can email me at jessica.turner@nhcs.net, and I'll give you all of the information where you can find the videos to go over all of the math information that we have from the district at this time. With that, I hope that you guys are being safe. I know that it's probably a little boring sitting at home. Know that your teachers miss you, that we're thinking about you, that we can't wait to get back in the classroom to work with you guys every single day. As I said, I'm going to be making videos, quick little mini lesson videos to go over the information that you guys have learned already. This is just a quick reminder type video or mini lesson to give your brain a refresher of what we've learned already this year. And then I will be going to make separate videos for each day of the supplemental learning packets to go over those, so that you can check your answers, check to see if you're correct or incorrect, clear up any miscommunication or misunderstandings in those packets. And then if you have any questions, again, my email address is jessica.turner@nhcs.net. You are welcome to email me, and then we can figure out a way to use Zoom or Google Hangouts or Google Chats, whatever platform that we are able to use to make sure that we can help you with your understanding of the math. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have a couple of anchor charts that I've created that correspond to the lessons that the district has provided. Those can be found online at nhcs.net, and you just click on the distance education supplemental packets. It should be on the left side of the page. You can click on that and you can print them out at home, or they are printed and they are located at all of the elementary schools. You can just go to the school between 11 and 1 p.m. any day that the school is open, Monday through Friday, pick up a packet, and then you'll have the supplemental learning materials provided by the district. If you have any questions about that, again, you can email me or any of your other teachers and ask about how to access those. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The very first part of your packet has information about the powers of 10 and place value. So as you can see, I have a place value chart drawn on my anchor chart, and you will see that in your supplemental packet, except yours does not go to the millions period. In 4th grade, you guys are only required to know up to the 100,000s place, but I did mine to the millions period, and it goes beyond. You can go to billions or trillions, or even beyond that. I only did mine to the millions to show you that you can go beyond the 100,000s place, but you guys won't be asked to do that as 4th graders. So as you can see, we have our ones, tens, hundreds place. Then you have your thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, then your millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. And so when you're writing a number, especially in standard form, which we're going to get to in another chart in just a minute, but when you're writing a number, these periods are separated by commas. So as you can see on my chart, I have my ones period, which starts with the ones place, but it has 3 place values, ones, tens, hundreds. Then it would be separated by a comma to get to your thousands place. So when you're writing a number, it's important to remember which period the number is in, so that you can separate those periods with commas. That's why we have these color coordinated. So moving on, you can see here I have the arrows, and then I have times 10. That's because each time you move from one place value to a place to the left, the value of that number is going to increase by 10 or times 10. For instance, if I have 3 ones, if I move this 3 to the tens place, I now have 3 tens. The value of that 3 went from 3 to now 30. So it multiplied times 10. Our base 10, or our number system, is based on the power of 10 and the base 10 system, which means that every time you move to a different position to the left, that number, the value of that number is going to increase by times 10. If I move to the hundreds place, now I'm making 2 jumps. 10 times 10, which is 100. So 3 times 100 gives you 300. Make another jump to the thousands place. I have times 10 times 10 times 10. So 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is going to give you 1,000. So 3 times 1,000 gives you 3,000. It's going to continue through multiplying times 10 each time you move to the left. Now you see the green arrows, which is going in reverse. That means that every time you move from this position down the place value chart, it's going to be divided by 10. So if I have 3 10,000s, the value of that 3 is 30,000. If I divide that by 10, my 3 is now only worth 3,000. So each time you move to the right, the value of the number that is moving in the place value chart, the value of that number is going to be decreasing by, dividing by 10, not decreasing, sorry. It's going to be divided by 10 each time. Down here I have a note that each place in a place value chart has a value that is 10 times as great as the place to its right. So again, this 300s is 10 times bigger than 3 tens. So this is the right of this place. So this value is going to be 10 times bigger. Okay? I also have some examples down here. 4 ones is equal to 4, but if I multiply that 4 times 10, I move it one place to the left, then it's now worth 40. For 40, 4 tens, if I move it one place to the left, in the hundreds place, I would then have 400. 400s times 10 is going to give me 4,000. 4,000 times 10 is going to give me 40,000. So this is just a quick little reminder, an example of what we've been doing throughout this year. You probably are pretty familiar with this. I just wanted to make a chart to make sure that you guys have some familiarity with this as you are reviewing these concepts from the beginning of the year. I do have another poster that I'm going to show you. Let me switch that out really quick and then we'll get started with that lesson. And this chart is showing you various ways to represent numbers. Now, you guys have been representing numbers since kindergarten. So this should be a really, really, really basic review. You've been writing numbers in standard form since you learned what numbers were. So you've been writing and using numbers in standard form. Most of you have been doing expanded form, and some of you have been writing the numbers out in word form for a really long time and in base 10s. So like I said, this is just a quick review. Again, 4th grade goes up to the 100,000s place. I've only gone to the thousands place just to give you an example. This is not the highest number that you can go to. You can definitely go well beyond the 100,000s place. Going over these 4 ways to represent numbers, you'll be asked to do at least these 3. You're not typically going to be asked to show the number in model form, but we are going to touch on that a little bit, just so that we have, so that you can remember that. Standard form is writing the number so that each digit is in order based on its place. So as you can see, I have my place value chart. I have a 1 in the thousands, a 2 in the hundreds, a 6 in the tens, and a 4 in the ones place. When I write that number in standard form, just write it out with numbers, separating it with a comma by period. You have the thousands place here, so it has to be separated. You're just writing it in numbers. So again, going back to the chart that I showed you earlier, this is showing my ones period, the 2, the 6, and the 4, hundreds, tens, and ones. The 1 is in the thousands place. It's a completely different period, so you have to separate that with a comma. Then you have expanded form. Expanded form is when you're stretching out the numbers. So you're stretching it out and writing the number to show the value of each digit. Now that's very, very, very important, because when you have these different numbers, you're writing the value of that number. So I like to think of expanded form with money. If I have $1,000 bill rather, if I have one of those, then I have $1,000. If I have $100 bills, I have two $100 bills, I have $200. If I have 6 $10 bills, I have $60. And if I have 4 $1 bills, I have $4. When I add all of those different types and denominations of money together, I have $1,264. So if you think of expanded form as money, and think of it as how many of those dollar bills, those actual bills you have, and then writing the value of those bills, that will help you out with expanded form greatly. Then we have word form, and word form is writing the word exactly like you say it. Now, I will say with that, don't say the word and in your word, or in your when you're pronouncing the number or saying the number, because and means that there's a decimal somewhere. I would not say this word 1,264. That would not be the correct way to say the number. Instead, I would say 1,264. This number does not have a decimal, therefore we do not use the word and when we're saying the word. And then finally you have model form, and model form is not something that you're going to typically draw, especially because it's difficult to represent 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, and beyond with models or base 10 blocks, or drawing this out. Your thousands place can be represented with the cube, then your hundreds would be represented with the flats. The rods represent your tens, and then the single small cubes, those are going to be, or small blocks, individual blocks, those are representing your ones units. So that we have 1,000 block represented, 200s flats, 6 rods, those are representing tens, and 4 unit pieces that are representing ones. So you're just writing the number using the pictures or base 10 blocks that you would represent the number with. I will be making videos, additional videos, to show you all the supplemental packet information, to go over those questions and to kind of work it out step by step, so that you can make sure that you worked them out correctly, or to check yourself, to check your own work. Again, if you have any questions at all, please shoot us an email, jessica.turner@nhcs.net. That's the easiest way to get up with me. I am always by my phone or computer, so I'll be able to help you out if you need some one-on-one assistance or small group assistance. We're going to be working to get that covered as well. Hope that you're staying safe, and stay tuned for more videos.